Yeah, I'm back. It's your boy, Big Eye. Welcome back to Live in the Huddle podcast. Really first official show. You know what I'm saying? New setup. We got new things going on. You feel me? We're gonna jump into it. We're gonna go ahead and do the recap for the season. Just part one. We ain't gonna be here too long. We're just gonna jump into some stuff. Really, I want to ruffle some feathers. Get up under your skin. Um, Before I jump off into it. Shout out to Ray's Podcast. Head over to YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, anywhere. Ray's Podcast. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Do the same thing with this video. Please comment anything y'all want to talk about sports related. We can really get into that. And without further ado, special announcement. What's today? It's today the second.
Yeah.
Today is the second. We have 26 more days into the big surprise. Very, very big surprise. Stay tuned. We will be posting all the way up until the 28th. We will be posting during the 28th and after the 20th we posting, okay? You feel me? So we got something really big for y'all. Just stay with us, you feel me? First thing that I definitely want to go ahead and jump into to ruffle some feathers. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Let's talk about the cheetah. Tyreek Hill going back home, or will he be finding himself a new home? Me personally, if you look at the situation, we know that he's done with Miami. They went ahead and granted him his release. Crazy to think that it took for him dislocating and tearing his ACL to get that release. You feel me? But once again, you know what I'm saying? He was granted his release. He, for me, will be looking for a new home, new team. But at the same time, if you read it down now, going back home, and I'm not talking about going back to Miami. Will he be going back to Kansas City? Because that's a team that everybody is saying, like, hey, Tyreek could be going back to KC. Also, hey, Tyreek could be taking his speedy talents over there to Baltimore and teaming up with that boy Lamar. You never know. Me personally, looking at it, Tyreek has made the money, which is one big reason why he left Kansas City was for the money to get paid. He has made the money. Um, I will say at this point, it's just all about championships on championships and fulfilling stats. Go ahead and stacking up that resume for the Hall of Fame. You feel me? I feel like that's Kansas City. Lamar is a hell of a quarterback, but I like Pat over Lamar, which is why me personally, excuse me personally, I feel like he would do better in Kansas City. I feel like he would have the better career in Kansas City. Now, notice I just said that he was injured. Yes, he dislocated his knee and tore his ACL in week 4 of this past season, but he is saying that he should be back week 1. I don't know if he'll be back for week 1. I know it will be in the beginning of the season. Um, him dislocating his knee and tearing his ACL, excuse me, even at the age of 32, I don't think it has a negative effect on his straight line speed. You feel me? He is a legitimate track star. When we talk about that straight line speed, 0 to 60, he does that, right? One of the best in the game. I feel like when he comes back, he will still have that straight line speed. The only thing that I'm kind of thinking about and might be a little worried about is accelerating in those cuts, getting in and out of those cuts. Will those cuts be as crispy as they once were? We have to wait and see. Will he be able to make those cuts as comfortably as he once did? We will have to wait and see. But in due time, I think he'll heal up nicely, and I think the cheetah will still be the cheetah, even at 32 years of age, because you still have to respect that speed. You can still send him on the decoy route, let him run a 9 ball, clear everything out, hit everything underneath. He is still valuable. He is still a asset piece, and he is going to make some quarterback and offensive coordinator very, very happy. Now, we already talked about where he can fit in. Let's talk about let's talk about a place that he should absolutely avoid. And as some people have been talking, me personally, I don't see him going there, but let me go ahead and just put it out there in the air. Let me work up my mojo a little bit. You feel me? Boy, do not take your ass to the Tennessee Titans. Let me repeat that. Boy, don't take your ass to the motherfucking Tennessee Titans. We're just gonna go ahead and get into it. Anytime you see older receiver go to Tennessee, Tennessee is that place for the older receivers where it's just like it's the nursing home. I'm just kind of like chilling out here. I'm doing my thing, catch a few balls, pause, get some yards, get my stats up, make some money, all before I say, all right, I'm ready to retire. Um, I feel like older receivers who are still trying to compete, especially at a high level, should avoid that place. You feel me? Please don't go to Tennessee. And if we being real, you can probably add Baltimore to that list as well. Now, we're gonna go ahead and jump over to the next subject. This one right here is most definitely gonna ruffle some feathers. I'm gonna spend a little bit more time talking about this one. Change of scenery for Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. Let's talk about it. For both of those quarterbacks, a lot of expectation for both quarterbacks. We know Lamar, we know Josh, we know what they are capable of. We have seen time and time again what they are capable of. We've seen them do it time and time again, right? But that doesn't take away from the fact that they do underachieve. What I mean by underachieve, they do not get the job done. Yes, you see them have seasons where they throw for thousands of yards, buku touchdowns, very little interceptions. Like you can count on one hand, if not two hands, interceptions, right? QBR is all the way up there, like 80+%, which means they are all throughout the game having a great game. Decision making, throws, everything, right? We know what these two quarterbacks can do, but yet they still underachieve because neither one has went on to win a Super Bowl, and both have been set up to win a Super Bowl. Those AFC championships, they're cool. Those deep playoff runs, they're cool. It's part of the game. But we at the point where we need real success, and real success is a Super Bowl. Now, correct me if I'm wrong here, but for both of these quarterbacks, they have new staffs, right? New head coaches. I believe both have a new coordinator. So they are already getting a change of scenery within the organization itself, right? I think that can be a good thing for them because, as we all know, it's a hierarchy. It starts at the top and works its way from the bottom. It goes head coach, matter of fact, I take that back. It actually goes GM, head coach, coordinator, then quarterback. We have seen the first couple ones this season right here. If they don't do anything with this season, especially with Patrick Mahomes not playing, because as we all know, and nobody really wants to talk about it, Super Bowl goes through Patrick Mahomes, and that's just what it is. Because we know when Josh Allen and Lamar got to go against Pat Mahomes, we know what happens. Oh, y'all just forget how to perform. So you ain't. That's no excuse. He won't be here. It's up to you to do the thing. You got new coaches, new coordinators, new staff. Pretty sure you're gonna have some new players coming in, new weapons coming in. It's up to y'all to get the job done. You feel me? I believe Josh Allen will be in a better position more than Lamar to get the job done. I just feel that way. Even though you got Derrick Henry, that's cool. But that boy James Cook is on a whole nother level. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump over to the next topic. My expectations for Mr. Fernando Mendoza himself, it really starts off with Where does he go? Does he go to the Raiders, which is what we are all expecting? Hey, shout out to that boy Big Rez. Hey, subscribe to him on Twitch. I see you, baby. Go ahead and subscribe to him on Twitch and his TikTok. Gameplay, everything on both Twitch, TikTok, and maybe even Instagram too. But yeah, that boy Fernando Mendoza, shout out to him. But the only thing, like I was saying, is it guaranteed that the Raiders take him, or do they go get Sonny Styles, and then the Jets take Fernando at number 2? We know how I feel about the Jets when it comes to quarterbacks. It's the cemetery. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like with the Raiders, they got a new coach. That coach is hot. The coach hot. We just seen what kind of season he just had. You know what I'm saying? We just seen what kind of season he just had, baby. You go in to the Raiders organization. You have, I believe, the highest salary cap going into this season. You also have the first overall pick. You feel me? You can do a lot of things. You can do a lot of things. And the beautiful thing about Fernando Mendoza, he doesn't need the big names to get the job done. You feel me? You just give him some weapons. He doesn't need the big names. He don't need that. He don't need the highlight guys. He just needs guys that are going to come in, believe in what this team is doing, do their job, and they're going to win. Right? He is a Heisman winner, and he just won a national championship. Me personally, if you don't take him at number 1, you a damn fool. Do I think he will be successful? Yes, I do. Now, I don't think he's going to come out the first year and have a MVP type season. No, he got to get his feet wet, right? You got to learn the NFL. You got to get caught up. As we see, it took Caleb Williams a few years to get caught up with the NFL, and we seen what he just did last year. And we are actually going to talk about him in 2 segments. You feel me? We've seen what it did with him. Not everybody's going to come in and have immediate Joe Burrow success, right? And I feel like with Mendoza, give him a little bit of time, let him figure it out. He's going to be just fine, baby. Now, you know what I'm saying? I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, so I definitely want to ruffle some feathers. Let's send it over to, does AJ Brown stay or does he leave? Let's talk about it. Me personally, I feel like the man is out the door. I feel like AJ Brown is gone. We've seen how it looked last year, and we've seen how it looked the year before that. It's a night and day difference. He was complaining about not being able to get the ball, and we've seen the times where he would have the receptions. It might not be the route that you wanted, or it might be like a check down route where you can't really do your thing. I get that. You got to think, baby. The man wants the ball in his hands. He says he's a playmaker, right? He's a difference maker. And I get that. I respect that. He is a guy who is super duper productive. He does his thing with the football in his hands. He definitely does his thing with the football in his hands and in space, which is me personally. I feel like that's the only thing that he was saying. Get me the ball in space so I can do my job. I feel like he won't be flying eagle fly baby no more. Now, where does he go? If you want to, if you want to team up with your college homeboy with DK Metcalf and come catch balls from a pause, come catch some passes from a future Hall of Fame quarterback. Come on over to Pittsburgh. You feel what I'm saying? Come on over to Pittsburgh. We can get it popping. We gonna get you the ball. That's what we gonna get you the ball. We gonna get it popping over here. Another thing, is he worth it? Right? If we're talking about him going somewhere, we're talking about the Eagles trading him, his value. I feel like his value is still high. I feel like he is easily a top 15 wide receiver in the league. That's just off the top of my head because I really don't want to think about it. But he is easily a top 15 wide receiver, super duper productive. He's going to get the job done. He's tough as hell. He's fast. He can catch in traffic. What the fuck are we talking about? I forgot we're talking about him not being an Eagle next year. Quote me on it. And if I'm wrong, run this clip back and we can talk about it some more. You feel me? Now, something we can definitely get into. Chicago, the new kings of the fucking North. Stamp that shit. Stamp it. Oh, what about the Lions? What the fuck has the Lions did? What about the Packers? And I had the Packers going to the Super Bowl. I had them going to the Super Bowl. But to do a fucking tie with the Dallas Cowgirls? And I'm supposed to believe in you after that? Now, I will say when it comes to the Packers, I do like their offense. I like their offense, but I love their defense. Their defense does what a defense is supposed to do. 3 and outs, keep the ball in our quarterback's hands, let the offense cook up, do their thing. You feel what I'm saying? It's just when we look at it, they are going to need some more weapons on that offensive side. I feel like you have the running back and tight end that you need. You got Jordan Love back there now with a younger quarterback, right? Because he's still young, even though he's been in the league a little while. He's still long. He's still young, excuse me, and he's still very mobile, right? Get him some help on the offensive line, right? Like I said, I feel like you got the running back and tight end position secure. Get him some better targets. I'm not gonna say those aren't good targets, but for what y'all are trying to do, get him some better targets. You feel what I'm saying? Get that man some better targets. Continue to improve that defense. Get a lot of those guys back, especially the front four and your linebacker Cooper. Love him. Love him on third downs on that rush package. A lot of times we seen last year where the only thing the Packers had to do was just run stunts with the front four, and they getting home to the quarterback every single time. Now, with that being said, why I feel like the Chicago Bears are the new kings of the North. Caleb Williams has figured out the NFL. We've seen it this past season. I said it going into the season. Caleb Williams is going to be a problem. Y'all know. That's my cousin. That's my cousin. On photo, that's my cousin. On photo. But he has figured out the NFL. He is in the system with Ben Johnson that he very much likes and he's comfortable with. We've seen the times where Ben Johnson was able to just, hey, Caleb, this is the play, but God damn it, go make a play. And he did it. And a plus, the times where he didn't achieve it, he still tried. He still stepped up to the mound, got up there on that mound. Otani over there, I don't care. Fastball down the middle. Catch me if you can. You feel me? He never got scared. He never tucked tail. Right? Now, like I just said, Ben Johnson, they got a new coach. He went to the playoffs. The Chicago Bears just went to the playoffs. That's almost as crazy as saying the Carolina Panthers went to the play. But silly me. Silly me. You feel what I'm saying? New coach. Everybody knows. New coach bringing in a new attitude, new standard, new rules, new program, baby. And it looks like this program is treading in the right direction. The only thing that I have to say for the Chicago Bears, just make those improvements to solidify that y'all are the new kings of the North and continue to ball, baby. The improvements that I'm talking about. Let me pull out my trusty dusty phone. Now, what I just said about Caleb Williams, would y'all be surprised if I told you that last year the Chicago Bears had a top 10 offense? When we talk about total yards per game, sits in the NFL, right? When we talk about scoring, ninth in the NFL. When we talk about rushing offense, third in the NFL. Passing offense, seventh in the NFL. And this is a beautiful one right here, baby. Third down conversions. We can get the third down and we can convert the goddamn thing. Seventh in the NFL with 43%. That's hard to beat. That's hard to beat. And they only allowed 24 sacks. I would like to get that number down, which is why I'm going to say an improvement that you have to make needs to be that offensive line. Go ahead and improve that offensive line. Get him. You have DJ Moore. You have some weapons on offense, but like I said, Just get better weapons. This is the NFL. It's still a business at the end of the day. And it seems as if the Chicago Bears are in the business of winning. God damn, that just sounds weird. The Chicago Bears are in the business of fucking winning games and trying to get a championship. I mean, goddamn, that's where we're not in the 80s no more, but you can't convince them otherwise. Now, on the other side of the ball, which is why I feel like they need the most improvement, their defense. 29th in total yards, 23rd in points allowed. Where we at? Passing defense, 22nd in the league. Rushing defense, 27th in the league. It's really crazy that they have a bottom defense in the NFL, but still somehow made it to the playoffs. Still somehow won 11 games and was the top of the NFC North over the Packers, over the Lions. That's just crazy. And the Vikings. That's just very crazy to me. But I feel like if we're talking about that defense, they do have some key pieces on that defense. Now, with the salary cap increasing by 22 million this year up to 301 million, 302 million ish, do they keep those same pieces and pay them? Or do they say, hey, stay if you want, we can work out a decent deal, but we finna spend some of this money on other players and younger players so we can make a run, a real run this year. I don't know, and that's going to be a very big question for a lot of these teams. You feel me? But I do feel like the Chicago Bears are the new kings of the North. I'm interested to see what they do this off season and what they do in the draft, because that's going to tell us a lot about, was it just fugazi or was it for real? You feel me? I feel like the Bears are the new kings of the North. I feel like AJ Brown is leaving. Now, where does AJ Brown go? Off the top of my head, because he's gonna want the money still, and he is gonna want to compete. I mean, I could see him going back to Tennessee, and I understand what I just said about Tennessee. I can see him going back to Tennessee, but they do have new coaches. Cam Ward, it's only a matter of time before he figures it out. You feel me? And he can do his thing. For me, let's ruffle some feathers. AJ Brown, Cleveland Browns. AJ Brown is going to the Cleveland Browns. I feel like Mendoza is going to have a good year for a rookie. I feel like by year 3, we're going to see the Indiana Mendoza. You feel what I'm saying? What else we got? What else we got? Tyreek Hill. He will be back. He will still be fast as shit. The only thing that I'm just kind of iffy about is those cuts, because it wasn't just a torn ACL. It was a torn ACL and a dislocated knee, right? The speed gonna be there. He's a track guy. They say that he is already doing strength training, which is very good. So he is on a good track to come back in the beginning of the season. And I feel like he goes back home to Kansas City. One more thing, we had a trade come through earlier today. I don't know if y'all seen it on my Instagram, Art Steppin. I need to put that on here somewhere. Um, Sonic and Knuckles are no more. David Montgomery and Jameer Gibbs, no more. Knuckles is headed down there to the Houston, Texas, baby. It's him and Joe Mixon now. Everything that has been coming through the wire, a lot of chatter, is just him and Joe Mixon. No mentions of Nick Chubb. So I guess we have our answer on that. Everybody felt like those are two number one guys. The fact that they was able to split that time in the backfield and still be that productive for this long, it's fucking amazing, baby. It is fucking amazing. Um, I will keep y'all updated with any more news, sudden news on my Instagram. Like I said, Art Stepping, ARTSTEPPING. You feel what I'm saying? Art Stepping over there. We got more videos coming. Like I said, I just wanted to get out here and do a quick video right here. We're gonna have some more topics. Anything that y'all want to see, y'all would like to see. Working on getting some former players on here. we turning up this year. It's all gas, no brakes. You feel me? With that being said, shout out to Ray's podcast. Go get up with my homie. We got something big that we cooking up in 26 more days. 20 it's on the 28th today's second. So 26 more days on the 28th. That whole weekend, I got something for y'all. Real big surprise. But hey, as we all know, as I love to say, it's the business. Sometimes I gotta remind y'all, it's the business. You feel what I'm saying? But hey, it's your homie, Big Eye, Mr. 2Gs. I'm gonna tap back in with y'all. Peace.